welcome to Friday Night Movie Night on the Basement Show of Mr. Nest. I am Mr. Nest. I am running the show solo tonight. So, if you want to hop on in, we can have some fun for the next hour and a half. I am open for business. Anybody has suggestions for a movie topic, feel free to drop it. I was recommended sci-fi movies, so that's the list I had pulled up. So if you're just tuning in, good evening, welcome to the show. Feel free to let me know you're in chat and we can get the ball rolling. This is our Friday night segment. Usually I have another guest with me, but all my hosts are busy tonight, so I decided to run the show by myself. So here I am. So wait a couple minutes. I'll share out this room to get some people in here so we can get a conversation going. And then we can go from there. I hope everyone's had a fun-filled Friday so far. You're tuning in for the first time to the show. Good. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you aboard. This is a talk show podcast where we like the people who watch with us to interact and help us strike up a conversation about a different topic. Monday night is normally our sports night. Tuesday we do entertainment, which is a very laid-back, easygoing night. Wednesday I talk video games. Thursday I just started a new wrestling show. And Friday is movie night. So, yeah. There's a little bit of something for everybody. We'll wait and see if anyone wants to pop on in to join in on the fun, listen, or interact with us. So, we'll see how this one goes. Like I said, I normally have another host with me. So I just fixed my camera real quick. There you go. I normally have another host with me, but life happens. People get busy, so you have me. If there's something you would like to talk about, let me know. Just drop one like. If anyone's in the chat wants to say hello, feel free. I mean, if not, I'll just start talking away and we'll go from there. Sound like a plan? Alright, so I was recommended to do sci-fi movies, so I had pulled up a list of the top 100 sci-fi movies of all time. Mind you, I have not seen some of these. Some of these I have seen. So, yeah, we'll just go with the flow. The more people that come in and want to hang out, the better. But the number one all-time greatest sci-fi movie, according to IMDb, which is where you get my information from, is 2001: A Space Odyssey. Alabama lost. Very nice, Jack. Thank you for that information. I'm sure you let Mr. Simmons know as well. I saw he was playing Fortnite with Curtis, so I'm sure Sam's not too happy, but hey, that is March Madness for you. Where the unpredictable happens, so. So the number one all-time sci-fi movie is 2001: A Space Odyssey. Came out in 1968, a little before my time. I mean, I have heard about this movie. I have never watched this. So if anyone has and wants to talk about it, let me know. If not, I'm just going to keep on going down the list. Number 2, The Terminator, 1984. Which, if you haven't seen The Terminator, you're definitely missing out. This is an old school Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Linda Hamilton, Michael Biehn. I mean, this is a great movie. It basically Arnold Schwarzenegger basically portrays a cyborg who is out for the redemption, I guess you can say. It's almost an indestructible cyborg kill machine sent from the same year who has been programmed to execute a young woman whose unborn son is the key of humanity's future salvation. So this is going back before T2, so this is the original one. So another classic movie. I have personally owned this movie. A good one at that. So number 3 on the list is Planet of the Apes from 1968. Again, a little before my time, so I haven't really seen that one all that much. I did watch some of the remake they did and wasn't really that much of a fan, so again, not much I can really talk about. Charlton Heston, I mean, I'm sure if Ron was here listening or in the chat with me, he'd be able to tell me more about this movie, so I personally don't know a lot about it. So wait a couple minutes, see if anyone else wants to pop in before I keep going. The slow night, I get it. I'm by myself, I get that. People have things to do, I get that also. So you missed the last night's show, then you missed a hell of a premiere for Turnbuckle Thursday with me and Dorth. He was an excellent host. He will be back next Thursday for another fun-filled episode. So, we will see how that one goes. But, for tonight, no, you just have me hanging out. So, if you're wandering in chat, lurking, you want to talk some movies, let me know. I mean, the show's an open forum, so anyone can jump in the conversation anytime they want. You new, welcome in. I usually have a co-host with me, so I don't have to do all the talking myself, but everyone's busy, so you got me. Usually have a lot more people wanting to chit chat, so I know, like I said, it's a Friday night, it's 9 o'clock on a Friday night, a lot of people are out and about, hanging out, living life. I'm just here doing the talk show. So I can dive back into my top 100 list off IMDb, so if you're in the chat or listening, if you want to chime in, feel free. So the number 1 movie was 2001: A Space Odyssey. Then number 2 was the original Terminator. Number 3 was 1968's Planet of the Apes. Number 4 on the list is the movie Alien. I absolutely am petrified of this movie. I watched it a couple times as a kid. Came out in 1979, and to this day, it still gives me nightmares. So I kind of refuse to watch it. I mean, it's a good movie, don't get me wrong, not my cup of tea. The crew of a commercial spacecraft encounter a deadly life form after investigating an unknown transmission. And then it just gets all types of creepy from there. That's all I can say. Number 5 is Blade Runner from 1982 with Harrison Ford, Rucker Hughes, Sean Young, Edward James Olmos. I don't think I've seen this one, so again, if you're in the chat lurking and listening, if you've seen any of these movies, feel free to chime in, let me know. If there's any movie that you want to specifically want to talk about, you can also add that, feel free. So, number 6 on the list is a classic, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, or as they call it, T2. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Linda Hamilton, Edward Furlong, and Robert Patrick. Very good movie. I would have this movie higher than 6 in my opinion, but I didn't make the list, so I can't really complain all that much. I mean, I don't know where you start with this. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger's character is now trying to protect the same kid he tried to kill in the first one. He is now reversed the roles, because now Robert Patrick's character is now the bad cyber trying to kill him. So Arnold now is trying to do the reverse role and save him. So, yeah, that's how that one goes. But yeah, it came out in 1991. Like I said, James Cameron. So this is before he made Titanic, which was one of James Cameron's awesome movies. So, if you're just tuning in, Barry, thank you so much for the like. Nice to see you in chat. We're talking sci-fi movies, Barry. If you want to chit-chat about any of them, feel free to add to the conversation. You're more than welcome to. I'm just going off a list off of IMDb, the top 100 sci-fi movies of all time. But we don't have to talk just sci-fi. If people are in the chat listening and want to talk about other types of movies, feel free to add them. I mean, I know a good portion of movies. I'm not 100% up to date on movies, but it doesn't mean I can't look something up. So if there's something in the chat that you want me to look up or talk about, feel free. I mean, this is an interactive show. We like people chit-chatting. Usually I have another co-host, so it's like having a conversation. But tonight all my hosts were busy, so I still wanted to put on a show. So here I am. So good evening. Number 7 from 1999, The Matrix. Not Matrix 2 or 3, none of that. The original Matrix. You can't go wrong with The Matrix. I mean, 3 got alright, and 4 I haven't seen yet, so. Houston is losing to Miami. Thank you for the updates, Jack. I appreciate that. So yeah, The Matrix. Basically, Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, Carrie-Anne Moss, Hugo Weavers, Joe Patalio, whatever. Always mess up his last name. And it's just basically Keanu Reeves plays a computer hacker who, I guess, a beautiful stranger leads computer hackers near the forbidden underworld, and he just basically jumps into the Matrix. He gets, I wouldn't say he jumps into it, he gets recruited to join the Matrix by Lawrence Fishburne and Carrie-Anne Moss's character, because they feel he's the one. In a sense, you could say, like he's the chosen one. I guess what the life he knows is an elaborate description of an evil cyber intelligence. So like he knows more than the most common person does, I guess you can say. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I would love to hear from people. So, but yeah, I enjoyed this movie. A lot of special effects to it, high action type of movie. So yeah. That's number 7 on the list. Number 8 is Back to the Future. The first one with Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, Leah Thompson, Christopher Glover. This is one of my favorite movies. I can talk very highly about this. Michael J. Fox is a very young actor in this. He plays Marty McFly. Christopher Lloyd plays Doc Brown, a mad scientist who has turned a DeLorean into a time machine to travel back in time. And it's just a wild, crazy movie. I mean, this is the first of 3, and then reportedly they're trying to make a 4th one. Don't know how, don't know when, but that's what I've been told. So again, if I'm wrong, please let me know. But man, this was a classic. I mean, I don't know what one you guys liked. The first, second, third one. I thought the second one was probably a little bit better than the original, but I would say 2, 1, 3. 2, 1 by a little bit, and then 3 as my top. How I would order them in sequence of how I like them. So I don't know about you guys, but that's how I rank them. So number 9 is Alien. So this is the sequel to the original Alien. Again, I will not watch this movie. It gives me nightmares. But it came out in 1986, got an 8.4 out of 10. Decades after surviving the Neostorm incident, Eileen Ripley is sent out to re-establish connection with a terraforming colony, but finds herself battling the alien queen and her offspring. This, like I said, gave me nightmares. I don't know if anyone else is in chat who is also petrified of the movie Aliens. I know I sure as hell was. So if you were, please feel free to let me know. Yeah, I don't have much to say about this because I watched it once and hid under the covers like a scaredy cat. Came out in 1986. This one did, so you figure that is 7 years after the original one. So yeah. Number 10 is a more recent movie. Came out in 2014 and it's called Interstellar. With Matthew McConaughey, Anne Hathaway, Jessica Chastain, and Mackenzie Foy. A team of explorers travel through a wormhole in space in an attempt to ensure humanity's survival. And it's got an 8.6 out of 10. Another really good movie. I loved the soundtrack to it. There's a lot of good music scores that go with this movie, so I know some of the movie I'm not too familiar with. Like I said, a lot of these I've seen, but I haven't seen them in a while, so I would have to go back and rewatch them. So again, if you're in the chat listening and have any input on any of these movies, feel free to add it. I mean, that's what we're here for. We strive off the interaction. So we also got Jack giving us updates on the NCAA tournament, which is always cool. Number 11, we had the movie Contact. Came out in 1997, has Jodie Foster, Matthew McConaughey, Tom Skerritt, and John Hurt. Dr. Ellie Arroway, after years of searching, finds conclusive radio proof of extraterrestrial intelligence, sending plans for a mysterious machine. Movie doesn't sound familiar. Doesn't mean I haven't seen it. It's probably just been a while. So, again, please feel free to bear with me. If there's any movies that you would like to talk about, add them. Please feel free. Now, the next one I can definitely tell you I have not seen. And it's Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. I have never seen any of the Star Wars movies. I get a lot of grief from my friends that I haven't watched the Star Wars movies. I plan on to eventually. So, when that time comes, I'll have a lot more to say about Star Wars. But right now, I can't say much. So again, if you're in chat and you know about Star Wars, feel free to add your input. And if you want to call me crazy for not watching them, you can do that too. Number 13 from 1981, we had The Road Warrior with Mel Gibson, Bruce Willis, Michael Preston, and Max Phillips. In the post-apocalyptic Australian wasteland, a cynical drifter agrees to help a small, gas-line-rich community escape a horde of bandits. So, can't say I've seen this one. But Mel Gibson's a Class A actor, so I'm sure this is a really good movie as well. I think Tyler, I'm sure, I mean, Jack, people do a lot of different teams for brackets. I have Houston in one. And then I also have Texas in another one. I did 3 brackets. I have Houston, Texas, and UCLA. I know UCLA already lost, so yeah, that's what makes March Madness so much fun, Jack. It's that much unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen. So you just got to roll with the punches and see what happens. So yeah, that's all I can really say about that. Number 14 is Predator from 1987. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Carl Weathers, Kevin Peter Hall. A team of commandos on a mission in Central America jungle find themselves hunted by an extraterrestrial warrior. Again, if you are a big Arnold Schwarzenegger fan, then Predator was probably a movie that you absolutely loved. I mean, yeah, you can't go wrong with Predator. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen it. I have watched it before. It got 7.8, and then on the Metascore, got a 47. So, about 50-50 people that liked it and didn't like it. So, again, everyone has their cup of tea. I mean, some movies people love, other movies people don't. So, yeah. Number 15 is called The Thing from 1982. It's directed by John Carpenter. If you know John Carpenter, you know he's directed some pretty awesome movies in this day. Just off the top of my head, Halloween, I'm going to say. Stars Kurt Russell, Wilford Brimley, Keith David, and Richard Mauser. A research team in Antarctica is hunted by a shape-shifting alien that assumes the appearance of its victims. So, this kind of reminds me of a movie that came out either, when did that come out? I think 2002 or 2003, by the named of The Dreamcatcher. It's a novel by Stephen King that they made a movie. The Thing kind of reminds me of that. And like how, like, you basically see people evolve into what the person that they're haunting looks like. A Dreamcatcher had that same type of feel to it. So that's how I would categorize this movie. So again, if I'm wrong, let me know. Number 16, we have The Man from Earth. Came out in 2007. David Lee Smith, Tony Todd. Can't say I've seen this one. An impromptu goodbye party for Professor John Oldman becomes a mysterious interrogation after the retiring scholar reveals to his colleagues he has a longer and stranger past than they can imagine. Sounds kind of interesting. In 2007, that's not too long ago. I mean, but about 15, 16 years? So maybe, yeah. 2007, I was 20 years old. Damn. Number 17, Edge of Tomorrow, 2014. Tom Cruise, Emily Blunt, Bill Paxton. A soldier fighting aliens gets to relive the same day over and over again, the day restarting every time he dies. That sounds pretty cool. Not the dying part, but being able to restart a day every single day. I mean, like, kind of weird in a way, but actually kind of pretty cool. So, yeah, if you're in chat and know any of these movies, please feel free to add your input. That's what helps me go. If there's a certain movie you want to talk about, also feel free to add it to the discussion. So, if not, I will just keep going right down the list. So, number 18, we have District 9 to come out in 2009. District 9 comes out in 2009. Kind of catchy. Very bizarre movie. I mean, this is about a man who has been exposed to, I guess, like, I'm trying to think how to. He was exposed to how these creatures live. So he, over time, becomes one of the creatures himself. It's actually a really creepy movie, but actually a really good movie. I saw this movie in the movie theater. That's not good. Me and a group of my friends went and saw it. So, yeah, violence ensues after an extraterrestrial race forced to live in slum-like conditions on Earth finds a kinder spirit and government agent exposed to the biotechnology. So, they basically put these aliens or creatures, whatever you want to call them, in houses, and they're supposed to, like, live like regular human beings, but in really poor conditions. But then they encounter a scientist who, I guess, wants to try to help him, but then he's exposed to things himself. And yeah, it's just a downward spiral from there. But I would definitely, if you haven't seen it, I would definitely recommend it. It's actually a pretty good watch. It grossed over what, $115.6 million. It's pretty good. I mean, it's not as good as Back to the Future, which grossed $210 million. But hey, what can you do? Also, keep in mind they came out in 2 different time periods, so another way to look at it. What do we have after District 9? 1998, Dark City. Can't say I've ever heard of that. So, again, if you're hanging out in the chat and you've seen somebody... Oh, excuse me. Seen some of these movies, feel free to add your input. Because if not, I'm just going to keep going down the list. I have 100 of them, so I'm sure there's something that people have seen. 2017, we have Blade Runner 2049. So, I don't know if this is a sequel to the original Blade Runner, but Harrison Ford, Ryan Gosling, Ana de Armas, and Dave Bautista. Go Dave Bautista. Yeah, I love that. Scored 81 on the Metascore. Got an 8 out of 10. Only goes 92 million, but young Blade Runner K's discovery of a long-buried secret leads to him to track down former Blade Runner. So, yeah, I mean, so I've been listening for 30 years. So yeah, I would say that's the sequel to the original. So, yeah. Now I know Ron would be able to tell a whole bunch about this movie. I'm sorry I can't. I'm not Ron, so Ron's hanging out in chat and wants to chime in. I mean, he might be. Who knows? Number 21, A Clockwork Orange, came out in 1971, directed by Stanley Kubrick. Malcolm McDowell, Patrick McGee, Michael Bates, and Warren Clark. In the future, a Stardust gang leader is imprisoned and volunteers for a conduct aversion experiment, but it doesn't go as planned. If I'm not mistaken, I think Ron said this won Best Picture on one of our previous shows. So, again, I'm not Ron. I can't quote Ron, but I'm pretty sure that's what he said. So if anyone knows that movie, please feel free to add any input to it. Number 22, we have Gotcha. Came out in 1997. Ethan Hawke, Uma Thurman, Jude Law. A genetically inferior man assumes the identity of a superior one in order to pursue his lifelong dream of space travel. Never heard of this one, so just gonna move on to the next one. Number 23. Now, this one I've seen personally multiple times. It was actually the first movie I've ever saw in a movie theater as a kid. So with that being said, number 23 is Jurassic Park, the first one. Came out in 1993. Sam Neill, Lauren Dern, Jeff Goldblum. I mean, like, there's so much you can say about this movie. Absolutely incredible. It was a Steven Spielberg directed type movie, and you have an older scientist trying to bring back dinosaurs. He has a whole bunch of... He has the dinosaur eggs and all that. He tries to make like an amusement park where people can come to this island to see dinosaurs roam freely. So, I mean... Yeah, I mean... I wish I had someone to go back and forth with, because everyone's seen Jurassic Park at least once. Just a great movie. I made sequel 2 and 3 to it, and then they came out with the Jurassic World series, and that had 3 movies in total in that series as well. And from what I was told, the last Jurassic World actually brings back some of the original characters from the first Jurassic Park. I fell asleep watching the new one night, so I can't really specified, but the original Jurassic Park was one of my uncle's favorite movies. Like I said, it was the first movie I saw in a movie theater. Great movie. So yeah, basically like a lot of craziness in that movie too, I might add. So highly recommend that one. Number 23, again another movie I haven't seen. We have Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith. Another George Lucas movie. Came out in 2005, so a little bit more recent than some of the original Star Wars movies. But me being me, like I said before, I have not seen any of the Star Wars movies. Shoot me, I'm sorry, but yeah, I mean, one day I will watch all of them. So yeah, number 25, we have the original Mad Max. Came out in 1979. Directed by George Miller, stars Mel Gibson, Joanne Samuel, Hugh Byrne, and Steve Beasley. In a self-destructing world, a vengeful Australian policeman sets out to stop a violent motorcycle gang. Now, if that's Mel Gibson as the police officer, I'm sure that movie's nuts. I mean, I think there's been a couple Mad Maxes come out, so I haven't seen them, I'm not gonna lie, but if it's Mel Gibson, I'm sure it's a smash. Didn't really gross that much, only had 8.7 in the box office, but yeah. Number 26, 1997, Starship Troopers. Casey Van Dien, Denise Richards, Diane Mayer, and Jake Busey. Humans in a feces, militaristic future wages war with giant alien bugs. Okay then. That's all it says is giant alien bugs. They don't give you much more of a description than that, so. Getting bracket updates on my phone. So, I know Jack's still listening, but Houston's out. Alabama's out, so there is no more number 1 seeds in the NCAA tournament. It is anybody's game. But yeah, I haven't seen Starship Troopers, so again, if you're in the chat hanging out and seen any of these, please feel free to add them. Let's drop another share. See if we can get some people in here hanging out. Number 27, we have Mr. Tom Cruise in Minority Report. In a future where a special police unit is able to arrest murderers before they commit their crimes, an officer from that unit is himself accused of a future murder. So it was directed by Steven Spielberg, has Tom Cruise, Colin Farrell, Samantha Morton, and Max von Sydow, something like that. I mean, that sounds actually pretty good. I might have to watch that. 2002, so that movie just turned 21. It'll be 21 years old this year. Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to add that to my list. It actually sounds kind of good. Let's see what else we have. Number 28, 12 Monkeys, 1995. Bruce Willis, Madeline Stone, Brad Pitt, Joseph Lito. In a future world devastated by disease, a convict is sent back in time to gather information about the man-made virus that wiped out most of the human population on the planet. Another very intriguing movie. And if you like Bruce Willis, then you'll probably like that movie too, so. Let's see. Number 29. Everyone's hit star movie of 2010, Inception. With Leonardo DiCaprio, Jordan Gordon-Levitt, Elliot Page, and Ken Watanabe. This movie was twisted. And when I say twisted, the whole movie is basically backwards. Awesome, awesome effects. It's a Christopher Nolan movie, so you can't go wrong with that. But it's one of those trippy mind movies that you think one thing's gonna happen, but then something else completely happen. So, like I said, the whole movie's in reverse pretty much. It's bizarre, but so recommended. I mean, awesome movie. I've watched it a couple times. I can't really remember much details about it, but it's just absolutely mind blowing. So, if you haven't seen it, add that one to your list as well. Number 30. Number 30. Sorry, 30 is Back to the Future Part 2. Again, I feel this one should be a little bit higher in the list. After visiting in 2015, Marty must repeat his visit to 1955 to prevent disastrous changes to 1985 without interfering with his first trip. So this one's pretty cool because Marty goes in time, gets something he shouldn't have gotten, and then it gets in the wrong hand and it changes the whole time leap room, they call it in the movie. So now Marty has to backtrack to where he started in the first one to undo what he did, but also keep in mind that he can't run into his future self because then that messes it up even more. So it's a very good action-paced movie. Basically the same cast as the first one. They had Tom Wilson as a main role because he plays Biff, who is a really good character. But I thought this one was actually a little bit better than the first one. So people can disagree with that. That's fine. I mean, I'm stating my opinion. So if you guys have opinions in chat, please feel free to add them. Or if you just want to say hello, let me know you're in chat listening. That's awesome too. I mean, I appreciate people popping in, even if you're not really the talkative person. I mean, it's nice to you guys take the time to hang out with me. So, it means a lot. But yeah, Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, Leah Thompson, Tom Wilson. Like I said, it was mostly the same cast for all these movies, which was phenomenal. They have become very well known. They're a big family together. So, yeah, I mean, Back to the Future should definitely be on your must-watch list. If you have never seen any of them, definitely gotta check them out. Number 31, Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, 1977. Another George Lucas Star Wars, Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher. Again, I'm sorry, I haven't watched any of the Star Wars. So if you're in the chat and you've seen some of them, please feel free to add your input. If not, I just gotta go over because I have never seen any of them. I'm sorry. I mean, yeah. Number 32, 1989 is The Alibis. Directed by James Cameron, Ed Harris, Mary Elizabeth Mastrano, Michael Burr, Leo Bummister. A civilian diving team enlisted to search for a lost nuclear submarine and faces danger while encountering an alien aqua species. That sounds interesting. I mean, I might have watched some of this back in the day. If not, I gotta check it out. Number 33, 2012, Looper. Directed by Rian Johnson, with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Bruce Willis, Emily Blunt, Paul Dano, in 2074. So now we're jumping ahead, 51 years from today. So about 62 years from when this movie was made. In 2074, when the mob wants to get rid of someone, the target is sent into the past where a hired gun awaits. Someone like Joe, who one day learns the mob wants to close the loop by sending back Joe's future self for assassination. That's pretty cool. Who's on the cover of this? And you got Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Bruce Willis on the cover. That's pretty cool. Definitely got that. There's older vibes too. I'm watching the trailer, so. Ooh, Jeff Daniels is in this too. Actually, a pretty good cast. I'm gonna have to really check this out. Loop, what do you call it, huh? Huh. Interesting. I would check that one out and get back to you on that one. Number 34, 1982. Now, if you haven't seen this one, you're missing out. I'm sorry. Number 32. No, 34, sorry. E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Great movie. Ouch. I mean, there's so many different aspects of this movie that you could quote and such that it's just awesome. I mean, from the movie scores itself to the sequence of events in this movie, it's awesome. I mean, it's hard to believe this movie is now over 40 years old. We got Henry Thomas, Drew Barrymore, Peter Cody, Dee Wallace. I mean, this movie was loaded. So please, if anyone's in the chat and has seen E.T., let me know. Please, somebody, say something. Even if you just put E.T. Phone Home, I'll be happy. But, great movie. If you've never seen it, you're missing out. I'm just gonna I'll be blunt. I'll be honest. You're missing out. If you've never watched the movie E.T., you're completely missing out on life. Number 35. 1996. We have Star Trek: First Contact. Hello, E.T. Phone Home. Hey, what's up, Gary? Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in tonight. Just running the show solo tonight. All my other hosts are busy. So we're going over some old school sci-fi movies. So if you have any input that you would like to add to the show, please feel free to add them. If there's any sci-fi movies that you know that might pop up on this list, or I'll open the table. If anyone else is in the chat and wants to talk about any specific movie, feel free. I mean, I'm for it. Let's have some fun. Let's get the chat popping a little bit. What movies would you guys like to talk about instead of just listening to me read off the list? So, here, I'll leave a comment. Here. Oh, where's my audience at? Yeah, film and Facebook. Okay. There we go. What movie do you want to talk about? There you go. Now I'll leave this up so everyone can see it. Yeah, I am open for business. I'm just reading off IMDb list. It's the top 100 sci-fi movies. Not everyone likes sci-fi, so if there's a specific movie that you want to talk about, put it in chat. Let's have some fun. Let's open the discussion. Let's get the chat popping a little bit. Let's have some fun. It's Friday night. Everyone probably most likely has off for the weekend tomorrow. I don't. I work all weekend. But let's go. Let's get this conversation going. I'm fired up now. What was the movie Cornwall of the Apes? Cornwall of the Apes. I think you're thinking Planet of the Apes, Gary. Let's see. Cornwall of the Apes. Yeah, I think you're thinking of Planet of the Apes, Gary. And there's a lot of the planets of the apes. Planet of the Apes. Now you're talking the 1968 with Charlton Heston, Rudy McDowell, or the 2001 with Mark Wahlberg. So you got 1, 2, 3, three, four. There's actually 5 Planet of the Apes movies. Greetings from Jim Fort, Pennsylvania. Good evening, Ron. I hope you are safe at your location for the weekend. I hope you have a wonderful time. Everyone give it up for Mr. Ron, who is taking time away from himself to join in on the fun. Yeah, good. You got Rise of the Planet of the Apes came out in 2011. The original Planet of the Apes in 1968. Planet of the Apes remake 2001. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes 2014. And there's actually one coming out in 2024, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. And that's going to have William H. Macy in it. So, go Canes. Ron, you can actually celebrate tonight. Here, I'll do one for you on show. Go Canes. I only did the you for Ron because I'm doing that you honor tonight, Ron. Okay? I know, because I know if Ron was on the show tonight, I'd be seeing this left and right. I just know the older ones. Okay, so. Are you talking the 1968 version? Or the 2001 version, Gary? Because like I said, you got 2 different ones. And then Jack said Disney, okay? So Jack, you gotta be more specific though. What type of Disney movies would you like to talk about, sir? There's numerous Disney movies. If I had Morgan on here, should be right there with you saying what kind of Disney movies. There's so many Disney movies to list. I'm not gonna go. I got you in the chat. There you go, Ron. Thank you. How'd you do it? 2L. Oh, that's an easy way to do it, you. Nice. Got the 2 L's and then the underscore. Okay. I see you, Ron. But, let's see. Can I do... Damn dirty ape. Let's see. Top 100... Let's see. Top 10 worst Disney movies? I'm more of a horror fan. Barry, I'm right there with you, sir. Horror is my go-to. Charleston Heston. That's the original one, Ron. 1968 version of Planet of the Apes, yes. And Barry, I'm right there with you about being a horror fan, dude. So, you know what? Is there any specific horror movie you would like to talk about, Ron? I can pull... Barry, sorry, I can pull it up and we can chit-chat about it. So, let's see. Let's see. Top 100 horror movies. Let's go. I'll pull this up. I'm tempted. The only thing I can say is, why that? Yes, what's up is Matt thing. Huh, what do you know? The number 1 horror movie according to IMDb is Alien. No, thank you. Number 2, we have The Shining. Number 3, we got The Thing. Number 4, one of my personal favorites, Exorcist. You can't go wrong with the original Exorcist. Friday the 13th, another great one, Gary. 1 through, 10, I think they were all good. They got a little cheesy towards the end, but you can't go wrong with Freddy. So, and if you're a horror movie fan, Barry, this one's for you. The Exorcist is actually coming out later this year. They're making the 2023 version with the original mother from the first original Exorcist. She's going to replace her role as the mother in the movie. But Reagan won't be in it, unfortunately, which sucks. I love the character of Reagan, even though reading a lot of stories about the original, the girl who played Reagan had a lot of problems after it. What about my? Oh, I didn't. Gary, we all know your favorite. Let me hear it. Come on, say game over in the chat. Want to play a game? I know, right? Come on, say it with me. Want to play a game? Gary is obsessed with the Saw movies, ladies and gentlemen. I hear it every day at work. That says something about Jigsaw that he likes. I mean, hey, everyone came over. Everyone has their cup of tea, and Gary's cup of tea is Saw. I saw that one. Nice pun, Mr. Ron. Nice pun. I like that. Let me close this comment out. That was good. That was a good pun, Ron. I like that. Yeah. Now, what Saw did you see? 1, 2, 3. Then they just got weird. I mean, the movie they called Jigsaw wasn't that bad, though. I actually enjoyed that. It was a good mind twist. It brought back the series, but in a different way. But Carl Lewis in the first one, and he cuts off his ankle. Oh my god. Ugh. I get chills thinking of it. Saw 1 and 2. 2 are the better ones, Ron. I will give you that. 2 was good. It had the goriness of it was more in depth. Well, no. I was gonna say more in depth, but the first one was pretty fucked up too. What one did you think? Now, Gary, Ron, Barry, what Saw was better in your opinion? Yes, it was my Twister movie, less gory. Well, yeah, I mean, what one did you like more? Saw 1 or Saw 2? I'm curious to know what people in the chat thought. Which Saw was better, 1 or 2? 3 jumped to slice. 3 jumped to slice shark. So Gary liked the first one, Ron liked the second one. Man, see now I need a tiebreaker. Barry, if you're still in chat, you said you're a horror fan. What Saw movie? Okay, there you go. Thank you, Mr. Barry. So, the original Saw, in people's opinion, is the better one. So, let's see. Let's see if I can find Saw franchise? No. Let's see. Well, the first Saw came out in 2004. James Wan, director, awesome director. Carl Lewis, Danny Glover, Mike Butters. What a weird last name, Butters. Yeah, it was just very bizarre. Tobin Bell as Jigsaw was absolutely incredible, though. That man can live forever, in my opinion. He is what? Let's see. How old is he? Does it say? Upcoming. Yeah, Saw 10 coming out 2023. So it's post-production right now. So yes. Captain Chaos. No, I gotta look that one up. Hold on. Hold on. Or you're saying Tobin Bell is Captain Chaos. I think that's what you're trying to say. Tobin Bell, here we go. Tobin Bell. He was Captain Chaos. Let's see. I'm looking real quick. Hold on. Butters in South Park. I'm so confused, but I'm going to figure this out. Okay, so there's Saul. Okay, he was Captain Chaos. Gotcha. Let me open up another tab real quick. Play Captain Chaos. Dom DeLuge. That's what comes up. Oh, yeah. Well, Leopold Butterscotch is a fictional character. He is voiced by series co-creator Matt Stone. Matt Stone. Okay. Interesting. I'm learning something new every day. But let's go back to my horror movie list real quick. Here we go. After The Exorcist, number 5, we have the original Halloween movie. After the classic movie, the first couple were really good. Well, except for 3, a lot of people didn't like because Michael Myers wasn't in it. But if you actually sit down and watch Season of the Witch, it's actually a very good movie, in my opinion. Number 6, we have American Werewolf in London from 1981. Jaws is number 7. Set in Haddonfield, Illinois. Right? I always thought when I saw Haddonfield, I always thought of New Jersey right away too when I saw the movie. I'm not gonna lie. Number 7, Jaws. Think we need a bigger boat. Number 8, American Werewolf is awesome. I saw an Interview with the Vampire. Okay, that's the one I've watched. Interview with the Vampire is the one I've watched. Everybody loves Jaws. If you don't, then you're missing out. Number 8, a movie I refuse to watch also. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original. Don't know what it is. Movie always just flips my stomach. I'm sorry. Call me a pansy. Whatever you want to call me. Just, it flips my stomach. For some reason, I can't watch it. I don't know why. That and the movie Aliens I will not watch. So, Deborah Hill, who wrote Halloween, lived. Yes, I do remember hearing that, Ron. You're 110% right, like you always are. Deborah Hill, one of the writers of Halloween, lived in Haddonfield, New Jersey, and based the movie setting off that town, but it was Haddonfield, Illinois, I think they basically went with, but it was based off of Haddonfield, New Jersey. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Which I know you will. Number 9 is from 1968, Rosemary's Baby. Yes. I was right for what? Yay! A young couple trying to have a baby moves into an aging, ornate apartment building on Central Park West, where they find themselves surrounded by peculiar neighbors. Never heard of that one. That sounds kind of creepy. Rosemary's Baby. Okay. Mia Farrow. Yep. See, Ryan, I need you on this show. You know this. You know all this shit. I feel useless tonight without you. But I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Number 10, we have from 1999, The Blair Witch Project. I mean, it had its ups and downs, the original, but I still don't understand how they made it a movie. I mean, it's supposed to be a documentary about three kids who go into the woods trying to find something, and they wind up all going missing, and people find their footage. I just don't get it. I mean, the concept's there, but the acting was horrible. Yes, the second one was absolute horrible. The third one, funny story about the third one. I was on a work trip in Owens Mills, Maryland. And I got down there the day before I had to start working for the job I was doing down there. So I had the whole entire day to myself. The weather was horrible. I didn't feel like driving to Baltimore. It was about a 45-minute drive. Like I said, the weather was horrible. So I stopped at a Wendy's, grabbed something to eat. I was bored. And on my way back to my hotel, I see a movie theater. It's like, huh. So I pop in, and I'm curious to know what's playing. Mind you, there's no one in this movie theater. It's just me, the person behind the counter, and then two concession stand workers. And I noticed that the new Blair Witch movie was playing, and it was starting in about 12 minutes. So, bought a ticket for it. I got carded buying a movie ticket when I was 31 years old to go see a rated R movie. And mind you, I was the only one in the whole movie theater, and they still carded me. I felt insulted. Anyway, go in, get my ticket, show them, get my soda, whatever. Nobody in the entire theater. I literally spread across 7 seats in this movie theater with nobody in the theater with me. I had my feet up, my arms back like this, and I'm just sitting back enjoying the movie. The moral of the story is I was the only one in the whole entire theater, paid my $12.50 for my movie ticket, and you're gonna fucking card me? Really? Shame on AMC. That's all I gotta say about that. How you doing? Number 11, 1978's Dawn of the Dead, with George A. Romero as director, David Ems, Ken Ford, Scott H. Reninger, Galen Ross. During an escalating zombie epidemic, 2 Philadelphia SWAT team members, a traffic reporter and his TV executive girlfriend, seek refuge in a secluded shopping mall. Wait a minute. Dawn of the Dead was based in Philly? Ron, why didn't you tell me this? Have we talked about this before? Ron! Let's see, what else do we have? 1991, one of my favorite movies. We have Silence of the Lambs. Directed with Jodie Foster, Anthony Hopkins, Lawrence A. Boney, and Cassie Lemons. Great. True? So, if Dawn of the Dead was filmed in Philly, what secluded shopping mall was it supposed to be based off? The King of Prussia or Franklin Mills Mall? Please tell me. I'm curious. But Silence of the Lambs, another one. If you haven't seen it, like a good creepy movie, definitely recommend it. Okay, no idea. Alright, that's all I need to know. I'll shut up about it. But, yeah, Silence of the Lambs is another very twisted movie, but another very good movie. Then they spun it off, made, what was next? Red Dragon. And then the third one was Hannibal. I don't think Jodie Foster did any more after Silence of the Lambs. And I think Anthony Hopkins only did Red Dragon, if I'm not mistaken. I have to look that one up. But Silence of the Lambs, great movie. Um, Number 13, we have Suspiria from 1977. Jessica Harper, Stefania Cassian. Never heard of this one. So, again, if Silence was actually the second one. Okay. So, wait a minute. Was Red Dragon number one then, Ron? Please correct me. I'm pretty sure that's how it went. Pretty sure. So, wait a minute. They go Red Dragon, Silence, and then Hannibal, or Hannibal, Silence, Red Dragon? The first appearance of Hannibal Lecter was Manhunter. Someone else told me that. Did the movie that is called The Birds, old movie, make the list? Called The Birds. I've never heard of that movie, Gary. The Birds, here we go. 1963. Nominated for one Oscar. Alfred Hitchcock was the director, huh? Silence 2, Red Dragon after. Got it. Thank you for the clarification, Ron. I don't think you made a list, Gary. A wealthy San Francisco salute pursues a potential boyfriend to a small northern California town that slowly takes a turn for the bizarre when birds of all kinds suddenly begin to attack people. Interesting. I mean, I've never seen it. I can definitely look on the list. Let's see. Alphabetically, let's see. 28 days later. I did not make the top 100 horror list, though, Gary. I can tell you that one for sure. Ron says black and white Hitchcock. Unless it's down with the T's. Let's see. Let's see. T. Oh, there it is. Gary, so I made number 71 on the top 100 horror movies of all time. There you go. Gary, you taught me something new tonight, sir. And I thank you. Yeah, I'll put it in the chat because I know there's a bit of a delay, so you guys can. There you go. Gary, that one's just for you, buddy. Alright, let's go back up to the top. We'll go back to the numeric order. I gotta change this real quick. I have it on alphabetical. I don't want that. Let's do this. Popularity. Sort by popularity. Really? The number one movie based off popularity on this list would be 1996 Scream. Why? I mean, 96, I was only 9 years old when this first one came out. And if there's a certain someone in chat, probably not, but to this day, she will not watch this movie because of me. I scarred her for life. Sorry, I needed a drink. The number 2 movie off popularity is a very good movie. If you haven't seen it, it actually started a a very good run for this a young director named Jordan Peele. So number 2 on the list is a movie called Get Out. Great movie. If you have not seen it and want a good psychological thriller, definitely recommend it. Definitely, hands down. And then you can branch off and watch that movie first, and then there's so many movies after that that took off because Jordan Peele made this one movie. Great movie. Number 3, Silence of the Lambs is the most popular. Number 4, the movie Seven with the number 7, E-N. Morgan Freeman, Brad Pitt, Kevin Spacey, Andrew Kevin Walker. I mean, great cast. 2 detectives, a rookie and a veteran, hunt a serial killer who uses 7 deadly sins as his motives. And that came out in 1995. Morgan Freeman, you say that, so I have to check that one out. Number 5, a very creepy but very good movie. I have watched this one before. Hereditary. Again, if you like psychological thrillers, then you're gonna like Hereditary. Hereditary will play with your mind to a sense, but then once you get the whole picture of things, you understand what is going on in the movie, and it's actually a really good movie. Number 6, again, won't watch it. Alien, no thank you. Next. Number 7, the remake. Hey, Mr. Native, nice to see you in chat tonight. Thanks for popping in, dropping the fire. A great little known Anthony Hopkins movie horror called Magic. I'll have to look that one up, Ron. There's another good Anthony Hopkins movies that I like. Hold on. I'm going to pull him up specifically. Let's see. Don't forget Pootie Tang. One for my list. Alright, I got you, Ron. I'm confused with the whole Pootie Tang comment, so I'm just going to question Mr. Native Alter's ego with that one. So Magic, huh? Let's see. Magic. Beowulf, no. Why am I not seeing this? Where is it at? This man has so many movies. It's a comedy movie. Oh, okay. I got you now. I'll look that one up in a second. Hold on. There we go. Magic. Oh, a ventriloquist. Ron, you got me intrigued. A ventriloquist at the mercy of his vicious dummy while he tries to renew a romance with his high school sweetheart. Oh, and he plays the voice of the dummy? Oh, sign me up. Quirky. And Margaret Burgess Meredith as oh, wow. I'm writing this one down right now so I don't forget. Magic, huh? Got it. I will check that one out tonight. And Trey, I hope this is actually a real movie. If not, I'm going to look like an idiot looking this up. There's no movie called Pootie Tang. I think you got your movies mixed up, Trey. I told you I was going to look like an idiot. I know it. Chris Rock. Alright, hold on. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Hold on. Chris Rock. Hold on. Alright, let me look. Hold on. Oh, you spelled it wrong. That's why. Pootie Tang. Got it. The man is baffled by a chill hero's invincible weapon gibberish. Gibberish. Wait, how long did this movie come out? (2001). Wow, that's a young-looking Chris Rock then. All right, I'll go. He has his own language. Potty Tang, sprinkle orange powder. I will write this one down, Mr. Native, and I will check it out for you. Okay? You recommended it. I will check this one out. There you go. Got it written on my list. Because since we're speaking on movie recommendations, Ron recommended me to watch a movie with Jim Carrey in it. Well, let me know what you think, even if you don't like it. Stupid funny, stoner funny. I got you, sir. I will watch it and I will let you know. Because I'm going to talk about a movie I was recommended to watch this past week that I watched not once but twice because I had to go back and make sure I caught all of the stupid stuff in it. And it's Jim Carrey's first ever movie he's in, Once Bitten. Jim Carrey plays is a very young Jim Carrey in the movie. I gotta say that much. I looked up, he was only 23 when Once Bitten was filmed. And I gotta say, for a mid-80s movie, very bizarre. Wasn't bad, wasn't good. It was bizarre. Lauren Hutton plays Contras. Like, it's just bizarre. I mean, there's a movie, Native, if you want to watch something from the 80s, check out a movie called... Never heard of that one. Wow. Neither did I till Ron recommended it. Okay? It came out in 1985. It's only about an hour and a half. It's actually a pretty good paced movie. Sheriff Boyd was driver. Sheriff Boyd was driver. What, Sebastian? Sheriff Boyd was driver. We gotta find. Yeah, okay. Cleavon Little, yes. Sebastian. The guy. Okay. Sebastian's character in that movie, I think, is what made it that funny. Okay. His character as a whole was bizarre, but it was actually really funny and entertaining. So, Native, there's your movie for the week. Once Bitten. I'll write it in the banner and I'll post it real quick. Just give me 1 millisecond. 1985. Oop. There we go. There you go. See, I'm telling you, at first you're gonna recognize Jim Carrey and be like, what the? Because no lie, I looked it up after I watched the movie. He is only 23 years old when that movie came out. When the movie was being filmed, Jim Carrey is 23 years old. That's a very young Jim Carrey, let me tell you. It's just, it's bizarre. I mean, besides for Lauren Hutton and Jim Carrey, like, and Cleavon Little, like Ron says, and Sebastian, like, not many other people like I recognized. I got Gary Moore and Karen Kopis. I would say a little bit familiar, but other than that, it's a solid movie. Here's a good one. Wait for it. Oh boy. 187. I'm pretty sure I've heard of that one. Samuel L. Jackson, yep. 15 months after being stabbed 9 times by a student at work as a high school teacher in New York City, Mr. Garfield is working in LA as a substitute teacher. Come full time, he refuses to be a victim anymore. Good. I have heard of this movie. Again, it's probably been a while if I have seen it, but any teacher type movie is actually really good. My go-to movie when it comes to teachers and stuff, I love God, why am I? It's slipping my mind. Hold on. Michelle Pfeiffer, Dangerous Minds. I think that's the name of it. Dangerous. I gotta double check this one. Hold on. That's Michelle Pfeiffer, Dangerous Minds. Another awesome movie about teacher trying to change people, the way they're thinking and stuff. Came out in 1995. That is another classic, awesome, old school movie about a teacher. I mean, that's pretty much what 187 is. I've never seen that. Native, there you go. There's another one for you. Lean on Me, a good one. Is that the one I'm thinking of? No. And another good one here. God damn it, Ron, you're reading my mind. Stand and Deliver is a great movie. I saw that we watched that a couple times in school. That one's a little bit older, so let me write these for Mr. Trey so he can. Dangerous Minds. Oh, me. And Deliver. 1987. There you go. Oh, perfect. There you go. Drag 2 more movies for you, sir. What's the other one with the Latin actor from American Me? He plays a teacher as well. Edward James Olmos. That's. I think that's the one that. Yeah, I think that's the one he's referring to. So, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Edward James Olmos is the guy from Standing to Deliver also. So, there's 2 more movies for you, Trey. You got Dangerous Minds and Stand and Deliver. 2 very good old school movies about teachers and the way of helping kids. Okay, yeah, okay, good. So you've seen Stand and Deliver. Now you just gotta go and watch some Dangerous Minds. And the other one, 187 is my favorite though. I added that to my list. I will watch it this week. Samuel Jackson wasn't playing games. What the hell does Samuel L. Jackson ever play games in any of his movies? Granted, he's had some laid back roles, but he's usually a pretty hardcore, serious guy when it comes to his roles. Like, he was awesome in the movie SWAT. Him and Colin Farrell, the SWAT team officers and all that stuff. Say what again, motherfucker? Coach Carter's another great Samuel L. Jackson movie. Let's see. Samuel, if I can spell his name. There you go. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up all his movies real quick. My sheet. Actor. What else do we have? Shaft. Man's Window. It's window. I'm guessing that's one of his movies. The new Shaft was good too. Get these mother. Yes, Ron, that's your favorite saying right now. Get these mother. Trey, I've never watched Star Wars. Shoot me now. I know. I haven't seen any of the Star Wars movies. Forgive me. So thank you for clarifying what it was. If you hadn't put that, I would have been lost. Yes, I talk about movies, but I have never seen Star Wars. I know. I'm a failure. Wanted to stop by and share some love. Well, thank you, Mr. Simmons. Well, fine. I'll unfollow and block your page, too. How you like that? It's a double-edged sword, buddy. Don't start the really shit, please. We've been over this. Okay? John's gonna go missing for about a week or two. I will let everybody know where I'm at, but my best friends are gonna kidnap me, and I'm gonna be tied to a chair and watch all the Star Wars movies. Then you guys can question me all you want, because I'll have all the Star Wars movies fresh in my mind. Can I get a little piece of sanity, please? Jesus, Amy. No, we're gonna. Sam, about that. Shit, look at the time. In the dark. No, Oh, man. Well, I don't know how to answer that comment. I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm just gonna push it off to the side. I'm gonna act like I never read it. But I gotta edit. Trey, I appreciate you popping on. Remember, Once Bitten with Jim Carrey, 1985, and then Dangerous Minds, 1995 with Michelle Pfeiffer. Remember those two. But appreciate you popping in for a little bit. Always good to see you stopping in the chat. And have a good night. Alright, but yeah, I mean, Samuel L. Jackson, just all around a great actor. Got you. And I got you too. As long as it's after 5 o'clock in the morning playing Fortnite with Coach. You guys are nuts. I even told him today on his stream, you two were a freaking riot last night. Just so you know. What else do we have? We have SWAT, Triple X, The Comeback. I mean, yeah, Samuel L. Jackson's been around the block a couple times, that's for sure. I love him as Zeus in Die Hard with a Vengeance. Probably one of his more underrated roles, but he was awesome as Zeus in the third Die Hard. I don't care. Hate me all you want. Pulp Fiction. There you go. I forgot he had a small role in that movie. He plays one of the guys in Jurassic Park. How could I forget that? He's the other Brainiac on the other computer in the original Jurassic Park movie. He's Arnold. Now I feel dumb and I feel like I should end my show on that note. Menace to Society, who's in Loaded Weapon 1. Patriot Games, which is an awesome Harrison Ford movie. Okay, I like. What else we have? He was Stax Edwards in Goodfellas. Sea of Love. Coming to America. Yeah, I mean, you really can't go wrong with Samuel L. Jackson. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm gonna say. So, is there any other movies that people in the chat still want to chit chat about? If not, I think now that's a good stopping point. Indiana Jones. Alright, we got Jack back in the chat. He wants to talk about Indiana Jones, so I will pull up Indiana Jones for Mr. Jack. Now, what Indiana Jones would you like to talk about, Jack? There's a bunch of them. So you have the Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones in the Last Crusade with Harrison Ford, Sean Connery as his father. What else do we have? Indiana Jones in the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I mean, you got a lot, and then you actually have one coming out this year. He was the guy who tried to rob. Yes, he said that on his profile. Samuel L. Jackson, hold up guy, and Coming to America. So yes, Jack, they'll make Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny with Harrison Ford and Antonio Banderas. That is coming out this year. Let's see if it has a release date for you. Let's see. Synopsis. The plot is unknown. Post-production expected June 30th, 2023. So you got a couple more months, Jack. But yeah, it's supposed to come out beginning of summer. So if you see it and you come back on the show, you'll have to let us know what you think. I mean, Harrison Ford's great. He's another one of those timeless actors who have been in a lot of good movies in this day. So you really can't go wrong with that. So I mean, he is getting a little bit on the older side, but hey, you can still act or not. The Metaphysical Minds. Which one was that, Ron? Because you got the Temple of Doom, Last Crusade, and then the Kingdom of Crystal Skull. Let's see, hold on. Yeah, that one doesn't come up. Laxative. Oh. God damn it, Ron. Really, Ron? You know what? Just for that, you're getting one of these. You're getting one of these for you, buddy. Where you at? Since I can't say it to you personally, I'll just put it to you like that. Really, Ron? My personal favorite was The Last Crusade with Harrison Ford and Sean Connery as his father. I mean, the two of them together in the second Indiana Jones was just great. Sean Connery's accent blows me away in that movie. I mean, me and my uncle used to go back and forth laughing about it. I got Ron's laughing. Junior? Yep. Junior, yep. Just the way he says it, man. When you come on Monday night, I want to hear your best Sean Connery accent Monday night. There's your homework for the weekend. Practice up on your Sean Connery, because that's how I expect you to talk on Monday. But okay. But yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of curious. Harrison Ford was born in 1942, so he'll be 81 years old this year. Wow. Jack says Footloose. Okay. Now, Mr. Jack, are we talking the original Footloose or are we talking the new school Footloose? Because keep in mind, there's two of them. You have the 1984 version with Kevin Bacon and Lori Singer, or the 2011 with Kenny Woodman and Julia Hughes. So you gotta be specific, my friend. You gotta say either I'm doing the Celebrity Jeopardy Saturday Night Live. Sounds like a plan, Ron. I look forward to that one, buddy. And Jack says the original. The 1984. A little before my time, probably a little bit before your time, Jack, but I actually own this movie, and it's a classic. I mean, you can't go wrong with it. A steady teenager moves to a small town where rock music and dancing have been banned, and his rebellious spirit shakes up the pop blue lace. I mean, I felt like this movie was definitely ahead of its time. Kenny Loggins with the awesome soundtrack for it. To this day, it's one of the most popular, I guess you could say, songs of that time period was Footloose. Let's Hear It for the Boys is another great song. So, yeah, I mean, you really can't go wrong. And Kevin Bacon was incredible in this movie. I mean, I like a lot of Kevin Bacon movies, and this is definitely one of them. So, Christopher Penn had some funky dance moves. That he did. Yes, he does. John Lithgow is in the original as well. Diane West, Sarah Jessica Parker is in there. John Laughlin, Elizabeth Grocery, Francis Lee McCain, Liam Martin. I mean, you could just go on and on. Sean's brother, Lori Singer. Yeah. Definitely a great movie. And one that if you haven't watched it, you should watch it. And then if you want to compare it to the 2011 version, it gets a lot of flack, but I actually thought that one was pretty good for a remake as well. Dennis Quaid plays an awesome father figure in that. Kenny Woodman plays Kevin Bacon's character pretty damn good. So yeah, I mean, both movies are very good. But if you're gonna go with which one you like, you always gotta go with the original before the remake. Sometimes. In that case, I would say yes. Now you got me wanting to watch this movie again. Jack, thanks a lot. Okay, again, Jack, you gotta be a little bit specific, but everybody had a lot of movies. You had the Golden Retriever, Golden Receiver, the basketball one. You had a soccer movie, Golden Receiver, 17 Back, Spike's Back. I mean, now if you want to go to the original everybody, I can do that all day. That's fine. This came out in 1997, so I was 10 years old. Not bad, not that young, not that old, so. An expanded player joins the basketball team, a circus dog who escapes from a cruel master. I always wish that Airbud could talk, I'm not gonna lie. Seeing these movies as a kid, I always wished the dog could talk in some type of capacity, but they don't let him talk, unfortunately. But great family kids movie. I mean, what more could you say? I mean, it's a golden retriever that can play basketball. I mean, kind of makes you tear up in a way. I mean, my family has nothing but golden retrievers and awesome dogs. I mean, they're very knowledgeable, as you can see in these movies. You can pretty much teach them how to do anything. I mean, or the dog could probably teach you some things too. So it depends on how you want to look at it. Let's see. Kevin Zegers, Josh Graham, Bill Bill Cobbs, Arthur Cheney. So yeah, I mean, not a very well-known cast, but the movie was still very entertaining. If it's on and there's nothing else on, I will still watch it. I'm not gonna lie. Well, come on, Jack, you're gonna make me cry, man. Marley and Me is a great movie. Owen Wilson, Jennifer Aniston. I mean, young couple. Owen Wilson, sorry, not yeah, Owen Wilson, sorry. But another tearjerker movie. Is that the OG Bobby Davis in my chat? Bobby Davis, how's it going, my sir? Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in tonight. Welcome into the basement show with Mr. Nast. Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in tonight. I think it's your first time popping in here, Bobby. Not gonna lie. Haven't seen that name pop up in a while. Welcome to our Friday night movie night segment. We have a vibing with you tonight, man. I appreciate it, sir. I definitely appreciate it. I mean, it's nice to see your name pop up. It's been a while. I hope everything's going well. I mean, I've been busy over here. This, like I said, this is our Friday night show. We do a lot of different shows throughout the week, so hope you come back and check out more. I mean, I know you're a sports fan. You probably know a lot of trivia and stuff. That's our Tuesday night show. Video games is our Wednesday night special. I had Coach Clay on 2 weeks ago. Last night we just started a new Thursday night show. I'll be more present. Definitely love the show. Bobby, that means so much, dude. I mean, thanks for your kind words, sir. I mean, it's a work in progress. We're growing slowly, but we're making the strides. So, day by day, that's how we do it. We just like to have fun. We like to have interaction in our shows. People on Facebook have been commenting movies and stuff all night. We're just going through the list of movies that people recommend. I mean, that's what fuels the show, is the interaction. So, the more people chat and all that, the more vibrant the host get, the more involved we get, and that's what we want, people to be involved in the show. So, want to know more about it, feel free to message me on the side, and I'll be more than happy to explain it to you. But welcome in, sir. But yeah, Marley and Me is such a very sad movie. I mean, you can't go wrong with it, though. It's a great family movie. And yeah, I mean, unfortunately, and sadly, but the dog had a damn good life. I mean, you can't go wrong with it. So, yeah, Owen Wilson, Jennifer Aniston, Eric Dean. Yeah, all in all, good movie. Anybody else have any other movies that they would like me to look up? Please feel free. Speak up. I'll go for another 15-20 minutes, and I'm going to probably wind up calling it a night. We try to keep these shows within the 2-hour radius. I mean, I appreciate everybody hanging out, stopping in tonight. Some new faces in the chat, which is always awesome. I gave a couple people homework assignments. I have a couple more movies I have to watch. So, yeah. If anyone else has any movies that they would like to talk about, feel free. Let's see. I'm actually gonna look up something real quick. Hollywood Nights. Thank you, Ron. That is, I believe, Josh Hartnett. No. The Hollywood Nights. There we go. With who's in this one? Tony Danza, Michelle Pfeiffer. Wow, she's young in this one then. And Julia Everett. Okay. Came out in 1980, rated R, 1.5. Led by comedic leader Turk, the Hollywood Nights Horror Club raises hell for Beverly Hills on Halloween night 1965. Tony Danza causing trouble? No, never. Oh my god, look at how old that police car is. Eh. This video is not intended for all audience. What? Come on. IMDb gave me an age restriction on the video. Hold on. There we go. Oh, now I gotta watch a freaking ad. I wish I could pull some of these over here, so I might try that new platform that they had said is getting really popular with Kick, so I can start doing like actual videos and stuff on the show. But that's down the road. Let's see. Wow, I can tell this movie's a little bit older. Whale bottom pants and all that. Jeez. Leopold, the one-armed violinist. Wow, Tony Danza is looking young. Leopold. Hold on, Leopold. I'm guessing you're giving me a movie reference, right? With this comment? Leopold, the one-armed violinist. My dick was in the punch. Okay. Okay, Hollywood Nights. Okay. I'm gonna have to. I jotted this one down too. I'll have to check it out for sure. I like the older school vibe to it. So 1980. That's what now. 1980, 43, almost 43 years old. So I will check that one out, sir. Jack says Space Jam. Please, tell me you hated the remake. Space Jam: A New Legacy, I heard, was absolutely horrible. They should have never done it. No disrespect to LeBron James, but leave it to Michael Jordan. Kind of an American Graffiti vibe. Okay, I can vibe with that. All right. Wow, almost 43 years old. Jack, I just turned 36. Thank you. I'm halfway through my 30s. Space Jam came out in 1996. That would put me at 9 years old. And you can't go wrong with the Looney Tunes and basketball. Hands down. Michael Jordan, Wayne Knight, Teresa Randall. I mean, oh, I meant 36. Yeah, yeah. So, not that old, but 36 years old, still young. Look at me, I'm thriving. I got my own show going. It's actually won 5 awards. For what? Best Individual Achievements, Technical Advisement, Best Animated Feature. Okay, I can see that. Then it won Most Performed Songs, Top Box Office Films, Best Song Written Specifically for a Motion Picture or for Television. By R. Kelly, huh? He won a Grammy for it. Interesting. Best Video for a Film. So it was nominated. It won 5 times and was nominated 8 other times. So okay. But Good movie. I mean, good kids movie. I have watched it before. PG, so not really much to talk to it. I mean, the fact that they kidnapped the souls of many basketball players in this movie that's kind of funny. So November 15th, 1996. Interesting date. I won't say why, but yeah, I mean, I'll do two more and then I'm going to call it a night. So if you have any other specific movies you want me to look up, I'll do two more. Two. Not three, not four, not one, but two. So if Ron and Jack are still in chat, I'll give you guys each one more. But if not, I'm going to wrap this up and say thank you to everybody. I mean, it's been fun. If not, I'll call it a night there. You guys let me know. I'm just not gonna sit here that there we go. So you guys have no more movie recommendations, and that's okay. We'll save them for next Friday night, when I should have Miss Andrea back in the studio after her long away hiatus. I mean, go Texas Longhorns. Yeah. I mean, they're probably the best team in the bracket left, Jack, so we'll see. But, alright, let me wrap this show up, and let me say my thank you to people. Thank you to Jack, Ron popped in, the OG Bobby Davis over on Twitch. We had my buddy Native Walter Gaming stop in and chat for a couple minutes. Gary popped in. Sam Simmons dropped in with some love. Appreciate that, Sam. Hope your stream went well tonight. My buddy Gary from work, as always. Barry Kuzner, thanks for popping and dropping a like. What else do we have? I think that's pretty much it. I mean, pretty slow night, but hey, I think I did pretty good. So, Jack says, go Texas Longhorn and Princeton Tigers. And Ron says, good night and go Kings. One more for you, Mr. Ron. Just for you, buddy. I hope you enjoy your weekend away. And we take the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night off. But Ron should be back with us on Monday for Sports Gladiators. We'll be diving into more NFL free agency news. A big Phillies injury. A big Phillies injuries. So we'll get ready for opening day now that just happened. And we'll check on our brackets going into the Elite Eight and then Final Four. But hope everyone has a fun weekend. I will be at work all weekend, unfortunately. But till then, just and brackets will be touched upon. Jack, we will go over a little bit. May 9th, we will also mention that. I can pull it up real quick if you want me to, Ron. If you're watching the show in the South Jersey, Philadelphia area, me and Ron are trying to coordinate a group of people to go over for a Phillies game. It's a Tuesday night versus the Toronto Blue Jays, so it's one of those rare interleague games. It's Dog Night. We want to do some type of live show from the stadium. And also, Ron wants to have, since it's Dog Night, he's crazy, a hot dog eating contest. So if you're interested in joining us, message the show's page and we can work something out. We need to know sooner than later because me and Ron want to call the ticket office and see what kind of we can get some type of package going. I think there's like 5 or 6 of us going so far. So if you're in the South Jersey, Philadelphia area and want to hang out and be part of a live show from South Philly, let us know. I mean, more people the merrier. So, Ron can talk more about it on Monday night. He is the brains behind the operation. But, yeah, other than that, next week we will have our 5 shows: Sports Gladiators, Entertainment Night, Video Game Mania, Turnbuckle Thursdays, and next Friday we'll be back for Friday Night Movie Night. So we're Monday through Friday now. There's plenty of shows that everybody should like, interact with, and all my normal hosts should be back. I mean, it's gonna be a fun-filled show next week. And like I said, I always say there's something for everybody. So if you're just watching in for the first time, Bobby, it was awesome seeing you in chat. But until then, I will see you guys on Monday night for our lovely Sports Gladiators. Have a good night.